Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 4th. Today is a great day. Today is a fantastic day. I could give you 45 reasons why this is an unbelievable day, but I want to just tell you how happy I am today because today, for the first time in almost 3 full months, we were able to daven together in shul, outside of shul, in our shul with a minyan. We had such a strong presence this morning, everybody following the system, following the rules, and it was just, I can't even put into words the feeling of being able to answer Amen and say Yehi Shmei Rabbah and hear Baruch Hu and hear Kedusha, to recite Shema without saying Kel Melech Ne'eman, but more importantly, just to be together with the Chevra and to daven with a minyan and to feel connected in a way that we haven't felt in so long. Everybody was so excited that for the first time I mentioned that we had a record of how many people came before davening actually started. I myself, I was so excited I couldn't sleep last night. We started at 6:45 this morning. I got to shul, I got to the tent, I dried off all the chairs. I was there at 6 a.m. I was just overcome with excitement. So we're there. We're getting closer and closer and closer. But this is a huge step for us, something that we've looked forward to for a very long time. And a huge thank you goes to our committee and to everyone who's really just taken part and effort in understanding about how this has to work. And I know that this is going to run very smoothly. So let's keep it going. Make sure that you sign up for your minyanim and make sure that you just be a part of this. This is really something special. Another thing that was also very meaningful to me is that I know we've been davening every day for refuah shalema for a number of individuals, but today, as we read from the Torah for the first time, I had to roll the Torah several parshios. I was skipping the entire book of Vayikra, which is a little sad. But when we read Torah, we also have the ability to daven and make Mishnah Berach for the Cholim. So this morning we were able to make the Mishnah Berach for the Cholim for Mordechai ben Elka, Robert Folzev ben Rickel, Gittel Basara, Noah Alice Batlilach Esther, Rezel Basara, and so many others who need our davening. And also when we pray together and when we say Kaddish and when we learn together, we always have a word of Torah at the end of davening. And we also share good news. And I was waiting till we were in person this morning so that I could give personal mazel tov to Michael Grad, who was in shul, but to the grads. So really, we're so excited to hear that Shoshana got engaged in Israel to Levi Solomayik. So to Raz and Michael, mazel tov to you and the whole family. What an up and down year, but let's keep the ups coming. And mazel tov Shoshana and to the whole family. That's really fantastic news, and we look forward to this wonderful simcha. Again, we're continuing our sponsor for the week, my dear friends Ellie and Steve Hammerman, who are in Paradise Valley, Arizona. And I was, again, reminded that apparently there was a big number 3. Yesterday was June 3rd. I could have announced the big number 3. Some guy, I never really heard of him, some guy named Babe Ruth. I thought it was a candy bar. What are you going to do? But Babe Ruth, actually a tremendous musar from Babe Ruth, who's known for his hitting prowess, but he also is way up there in the records of how many times he struck out. And you can learn as much from, if not more, from how many times you miss than from how many times you connect. So I don't want to get in trouble again today, June 4th. So apparently there's another famous guy, and maybe you heard about him. His name is Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig, number 4, today on June 4th. But to Ellie and Stephen, again, thank you for your participation and your sponsorship of Torah for our community, and it's been a pleasure being able to connect with you in this manner. So I want to share this Mishna and something which also that I learned from Ellie and Steve over the years. It's the 10th Mishnah in the 2nd chapter. And in continuing, it says, Heim Amru Shalosha Devarim, Rabbi Eliezer Omer. So quoting from Rabbi Eliezer, we'll just do the first portion. Yehi Kavod Chaverecha Chaviv Alecha Kishalach. May Rabbi Eliezer said, where the honor of your fellow should be as precious to you as your own. Honor. Honor is a very tricky thing. We talk about Kavod, or Kavod. And the Mishnah also says elsewhere, Kol habarech achar kavod, kavod barech mimenu. One who seeks honor, the honor runs away. And one who runs away from honor, the honor chases after him. There was a great Hasidic story mentioning this, how a person goes to his Rebbe and he says, Rebbe, he says, I've been running away from the honor, and yet it doesn't chase me. Why not? So the Rebbe says, because when you're running away from the honor, you keep, you're looking over your shoulder, seeing if it's chasing you. That's not running away from honor. So I want to share with you this beautiful insight, again, from Rabbi Lamm, as we're discussing in the week of Shiva, Zichrono Livracha, and he talks about true honor. The word kavod is very close to kaved. Honor derives from the word kaved, which means heavy. By the way, do not confuse this whatsoever with covid. Very, very different. Kavod, kaved, is heavy. True respect can only come from being weighty, from a concern with that which is truly significant and important. A person or a people of grandeur does not deal in trivialities. Grandeur is concerned only with the world issues that are truly heavyweight. Grandeur strives not to entertain, but to impress. Kavod urges a man to strive not to be acceptable, but to be exceptional. Put in another way, this means that the kavod type of grandeur will inspire us to strive to be loved by others, but rather, the grandeur will inspire us not to strive to be loved by others, but rather to be respected by others. The man of kavod caters not to the wants of his peers, but to their needs. This essentially is the difference between an immature and a mature person. Everyone wants to be wanted. Everyone desires to feel that he belongs. But with an immature person, this is the totality of his ambition. The mature person transcends this. He achieves kavod, which is kaved. He achieves true honor and grandeur by concentrating on the heavier issues of life, which sometimes can cause a man to be alienated from his fellow men. A very deep lesson from Rabbi Lamm, and I think a lot of this can be put into context in the world of social media today. Social media where people seek a certain amount of kavod, which comes in the forms of likes and shares and views, in which person may portray their life to be a certain way so that other people out there will look at them in a certain way, when in actuality it's nothing like that. It's been said that social media is the most antisocial thing ever, is that people will stay within the confines of their rooms and never actually speak to another human being, but yet portray their life to be something that it is not. Kavod, people who seek kavod, who want renown, people who want honor because they want people to think good about them, Rabbi Lamm says, no, you have to think, what do people need, not what do people think about you. If there's one thing that I learned from the Hammermans over the years, was about the notion of kavod and going after big, important, weighty things. Could have easily taken a back seat. Could have easily rode off into the sunset on their horses, as they do right now, every day. But no, they took on heavy things, dealing with the disabilities community, dealing with the police community, dealing with the Jewish community, dealing support for the state of Israel, because that's what we do. Real kavod comes with those who accept the weight of the responsibility. That's why we take leadership positions. That's why we take sometimes unpopular positions, because we realize what's truly important. And for all these years, and again, I can never have enough gratitude. And as Steve always used to say to me, he says, you got to be careful to the people on the way up, because you never know when you're going to see them on the way down. But let's hope that we're always, always on the way up. So on this great day, and I hope you could see it, I hope you could just see how happy I am right now, is that we've waited for this. We've waited so long. It seems like an eternity to get back to shul, and here we are. So let's use the kavod model of taking the weighty responsibility, of taking what's truly important, and let's inject that into everything that we do into the shul going forward. Let's learn from great people like Ellie and Steve Hammerman. Let's do great things together. Let's let these last 3 months really sink in and teach us a lesson about what it means to be a responsible Jewish person in the community. I look forward to sharing that journey with you, and I hope to see you in shul, in a tent, outside, inside, whenever that will be, but hopefully soon enough. Have a wonderful day.